Hey there, Calc 2 folks. Welcome back from Spring Break 2020. As you may have noticed, there's been a few changes to how we're going to do things for the remainder of this semester. As recommended by the administration, all lecture-based classes should move into the online format. So that means I have to prepare some things for you. We're going to have to do a lot more work here in online. Luckily, we've had Blackboard, right? That's going to help us make this transition. But I'm also preparing some videos here, some video lectures to help get some of these ideas across, and as well as maybe some demonstrations using Mathematica and some other ways that we can meet and answer questions for the remainder of the semester. So all that is hopefully going to be revealed to you over the next couple of days, and if you haven't seen it already. What we want to keep in mind is that we're really trying to gain a sense of normalcy here for the remainder of the semester. And as we were planning to do, we are going to kind of continue with the topics that we need to focus in on in your study of Calculus 2. And prepare for what are going to be our last two tests this semester, that being test number 3 and test number 4. If I make a quick note here, I'll bring this into view, scroll up here. Test 3 is going to focus in on Chapter 10 and Chapter 11 material. Chapter 10 is going to seem a little elementary in its study of sequences and infinite series, at least to begin with. When we get into the testing of these series, it's going to get a little trickier. But this is all in preparation for further study into Chapter 11, which is the power series, where we're going to spend some time really focused in on Taylor polynomials and the Taylor series, where the power series and Taylor series are really specific cases of infinite series. And the ideas that we see presented in Chapter 10 will come along in Chapter 11 to help us in our study of this material. As always, we are in the bigger picture studying calculus. Calculus is the study of limits, and we will see that application of limits here also in the study of infinite series. So that is where we're going to spend the next couple of weeks in preparation for test number 3. This will be followed this semester then at the end with test 4 material. If I bring that into view, to take note. Test 4 is going to cover chapters 12 and chapters 13. Chapter 12 and 13 are really a preparation for those Calc 3 students. When you move on into Calculus 3, you are going to be spending your time working a lot with parametric equations, right? And at times perhaps in the polar coordinate system. So we are going to want to introduce ourselves to parametrics and polar curves and follow this up with a study of vectors, right? Another big part of Calculus 3 is vectors and vector calculus and studying vectors not only in two-dimensional space but also up in higher dimensions, particularly three-dimensional space. So one of the other ideas that's going to come out here in Chapter 13 is a study of geometry in three-dimensional space. I'm going to introduce you to some of the fundamental surfaces that we're going to encounter in three-dimensional space and begin an introduction there. So the next 7 weeks, folks, this is what we're going to take a look at in terms of ending this semester, and I'm going to do the best I can at helping you get through all of it, and I look forward to working with you folks as the semester progresses. Hang in there. We'll do the best we can, folks. See ya in the next video.